G'day folks. Well, this is sort of a crude but effective way of bringing heavy machines into your workshop off trailers. I don't recommend it, but it does work. I have a plate securely bolted to the floor, my chain hoist, and the chain is wrapped around the 1.5 ton machine. And as you can see, I've already dragged it that far and it was not very hard. Certainly taken some material off the trailer though. I'm going to have to get some more jacks and timbers under it, but that's to be expected. I'm going to re-weld all this anyway. That was broken before I got it, but it's going to be a lot less happy after getting this machine off. Anyway, let's keep going. Yep, there we go, it's in. Someone's already trying to wrap the control cabinet.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Bit off all of that.
Yeah, take the whole lot. Several hundred or several $1,000s worth of telemechanique control gear and a working Unilog 1020 control panel. What did you do? Oh, you're stuck on the bloody key.
So you can't lose it then.
Yeah. Yeah. Rexroth hydraulic control board. We've got various relays, mechanical relays, little socket mounted cube relays. Not sure what that is, maybe a delay or something. DC power supply, the big heat sink on it. I'm thinking it's DC since it's got a big heat sink. You wouldn't really put caps on it if it was AC.
Oh,
just
yeah,
have
there's a
stonking big
bridge rectifier there.
Yeah, okay, so most of this is 24 volt. Control cards, another rack we'll get into. Yeah, it's not bad. Shame I don't have enough power. I need 20 kilowatts at 220 volts, 3-phase. All the heaters and things I think are 220. So yeah, I don't think I'll be running it, but I'll certainly pull some bits out of it. The best part is it didn't fall over. There was a point there where we were a bit worried about it falling over, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was standing there.
It's like, let's just stop, put a few braces against it, and then try moving away, and it kind of worked. Oh, yeah, have a bit of a clean up and shuffle it in a bit further. The water flow gauges are working, but need cleaning and decalcifying. I wonder if I could get the cooling tower that came with it. I'm sure they wouldn't care if that went missing, although it looks like the yeah, flow meters are all rotting out. That's what happens when you use bleach to decontaminate your unregistered cooling tower. Throw a bottle of bleach in it every 12 months, that's about all they did. Shocking. There's the little feed hole that feeds the barrel. And there's a hydraulic motor up here too. Looks like a linear encoder, yep. There's a linear encoder on there, there's a linear encoder on the platens. There's some really cool stuff, and some flexi chain. I love this stuff.
Yeah, I don't mind the tank. Looks like it's pretty well made.
The base, well, the whole thing's a base. It's all welded to the uprights there.
Cut that off and
split it off. Well, if you want it, I'm sure we could work out a deal. It probably weighs 400 kilos.
Could use it for my oil heater, I suppose.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's all completely integrated, even this upright columns part of it.
Nothing Oxy can't fix.
Oxys and hydraulic oil.
Yeah,
Many fun pastimes like that.
Well, it'll be an oil heater anyway.
Oh, that's a water cooling thing for the hydraulic oil. Hydraulic oil temperature gets too high. This clicks in and you start circulating cooling tower water through it. Yeah, there's the hoses. So that's a in-tank oil to water heat exchanger. Also useful for things. Floppy E-stop that doesn't work. None of the E-stops latch, and we've cut a hole in the front just so you can shuttle the parts in and out. It's not a very OH&S approved machine. But either way, it's an Ed Systems approved machine. Heavy, oily, and full of cool bits. Alright, well, we're in, and yeah, the shed already looks smaller with this in place. It's a very big machine. Well, it's tiny compared with injection moulders, but it's big enough for this shed. It really is. So I'm going to lift the back up from its original chain points and get those blocks of wood out of there and just put the jacking screw back into place. Or at least, no, I'll use timbers, but I'll get rid of that steel sheet and the small timbers that are all jammed underneath. And I'll put jacking screws back in there with aluminum pads. And actually no, I'll jack it up high enough with the screws to get another hardwood timber underneath it, and then just skidded it around. That or bits of 1.5 inch steam pipe. Do the Egyptian thing and roll it along. Lots of rollers and manual labour, that's all it's about. Either way, yeah, I sort of want to move it over this way, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. At least I can get this door open now. Yeah, it's bigger than I thought. Wow, I was expecting it to be pretty big. 6 foot by 3 foot by about 6 foot. Yeah. 6 foot when you count the bits that I cut off. I think I'm about 5.5 foot tall, and yeah, not too bad. Let's get this guarding and everything off. I'm going to start stripping some bits off and just simplify it. Get rid of that, get rid of all of that. Get the front cover off the hydraulics down beneath. That's where the business really goes on. That's the ejector. As you can see, it's got 2 proximity sensors. One at the top to tell it that the ejector's in full open, or was it fully extended position, and one at the bottom to tell it the ejector is fully retracted. Yeah, it's not bad. I've got to retract the injection unit before I can even try and close the die. It's currently extended right out because it's designed to go in through here, through the top. But that's no longer the case. It's not going back on top ever again. You've got lifting points, leveling screws. Yeah, pretty good. I like it. You just got to make it lighter and smaller and move it over the other side. Tons of telemechanique equipment, tons and tons of it. Look at that, nice limit switches and things. There is so much cool stuff in here. So much cool stuff. Might get the shop vac out and clean all these PVC granules up. It's everywhere. And the chlorine's been attacking the exposed steel. That's half the problem with PVC. You let it sit and burn and it'll destroy everything. Chlorine smoke destroys everything. And this did have a fume extractor on it as well. Still didn't help. It's still a rusty mess. Oh, look at that. 2 big, very custom made hydraulic cylinders. Well, proprietary made. I wouldn't say you'd buy them off the shelf. They're probably a Battenfeld specialty thing. That's pretty cool. Also got a nice steel subframe. Just look at the welding on that thing. That's designed to take some serious tonnage. 35 tons to be exact. 35 ton maximum clamp force. Between the tie bars anyway. Yeah. One of these is high pressure, one of these is low pressure. And it's coming straight off that main valve block, which extends from one side of the machine to the other. That's how big it is. That is one monstrous multifunction hydraulic valve. Wow, this is going to be fun to dismantle. And probably make an oil slick to rival the Exxon Valdez. It's going to get pretty bad. You can see there's an interlock there that stops the platen from dropping when the system is off. There's oil still in here, but if I were to wedge that up and disengage that rack, the upper platen would probably drop. Don't know for sure, but I'm not going to try just yet. There's a little SMC pilot valve. And that goes to this little cylinder here. That's what toggles it. Jesus, barely making contact. Oh, it's got a proximity sensor on it as well to tell it when it's disengaged, as well as a stop screw. Yeah. Spring return, or just gravity return, single acting cylinder. Again, nice welding. There's one of these on each side for the guard. They thrust upward and raise the guard. Yeah, wow. So many awesome bits. Stuff from Austria is just made of awesome. It really is. Just like the angle injection molding machines. Battenfeld injection molding machines are very expensive. This thing was made in the year 2000, so it's not even that old. Pretty cool. I don't know how much this thing would be worth new, maybe $100,000 or so. At least, I'd say at least $100,000.